my language. I'ma get it as so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless. But look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started, please give me a pardon, cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Jets. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's...
at their own 23-yard line.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I was more than trying to get him to the ball out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Throwing. Prescott. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
The kicker
on paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came into heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just still just wiped it away, didn't they? They just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Mecole Hardman. He's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Jets. Well, there you go. They gave up the score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded right at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very... Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory, but I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want, and they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. In motion right, that's Hardman. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is Cook with the ground. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5. Winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
In motion right, that's Hardman. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Yeah, he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. In motion right, that's Hardman. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And Cook will get in. He's got a Jets touchdown. 25 yards to the house as his guys are able to extend their lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for 2. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for two here. Now receiver in motion left. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now Prescott. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line of the red zone. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On second down, it's Cook again. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. It is caught at the 7-yard line. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll run for it. Cook. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
At the 12-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Out of his end zone, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. He won't get in, but they are going to have the football in a great spot. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they work.
And Cook will get in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there with their 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this 2 shall pass, this 2 shall pass, and if Bobby kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. In motion right, that's Hardman. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. Well, they needed 2, they could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. He's got his man. It's Gallup. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Play fake. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Prescott from the gun. Throwing sidelines here, Ferguson bringing it in. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up. It is through. That'll make this now a 28-13 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
In motion right, that's Hardman. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got room. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Taken at the goal line. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Cowboys 13.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
In motion left, Hardman. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run the counter with Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. In motion left, Hardman. Here's Cook again. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
It's caught left side by Cooks. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. That is caught. And he's got some space here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Here's Prescott. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. Touchdown! Tony Pollard, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. The quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And the Jets have got it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Cook on the first down carry there as he works his way forward for a gain of about 4.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Again, it's Cook. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
19.
This offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. There's a short one caught by Uzomah. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Cook running right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. In motion right, that's Hardman. They'll try the middle with Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And able to get this out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Lamb will go in motion. Hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores.
And now here's another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Rodgers going to shift him around. Now Rodgers off the play fake. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Here's 1st and 10. Now Dak. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by DJ Reed. Inside the 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for him here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrating.
So on now comes the Jets offense as they're going to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
23.
And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. Jets are able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down, Cowboys.
First down, Prescott. Got him in on the right sideline. It's Ferguson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Flushed out right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.